What is up, gamers? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Psycho Gamer. I am your host, Aubrey, and I'm here to talk about something a little different than your standard big arcade machines that I've recently been talking about by Arcade 1-Up and also the SNK cabinet that I just recently did as well. Today we're going to talk about a Replicade. What's a Replicade? Well, I guess you're going to have to stick around and see what the Replicade is going to be. But before you do stick around any longer, make sure you do hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on the post notifications, and we're going to take a look at it right after this. Welcome back, guys. Like I mentioned, we are going to be talking about a Replicade. As I asked before, what is a Replicade? Well, a Replicade is a replica of an arcade machine made in a 12-inch cabinet. Not a very big cabinet, but this company called New Wave Toys is looking to release these little small machines. They've already released a few of them, such as Tempest, as well as Street Fighter 2, and people are actually enjoying the build of these machines as well as the look and the gameplay style. Now, yes, how can you really play an arcade machine in a little 1-foot setting? It's just basically, it's a little tabletop game is really what it is. The Street Fighter 2 one actually had a lot of people that really liked it. They even released an extra little joystick to go along with it so you could play 2 players. Interesting little concept, but apparently people really liked it and liked the build of it. Now, the one I'm talking about today is going to be Dragon's Lair. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to click over into my computer. We're going to watch a little trailer that they released because all their stuff that they ended up getting funding for was through Kickstarter. Yes, Kickstarter. So what are some of the other big things that got kickstarted? Well, you look at the Oculus Rift. That was actually something that was crowdfunded as well. So keep in mind, these companies can procure a lot of money just through crowdfunding. So we're going to go ahead and click over real quick and going to play this little video for you guys.
Dragon's Lair, a fantasy adventure where you become a valiant knight on a quest to rescue the fair princess from the clutches of an evil dragon. You control the actions of a daring adventurer finding his way through the castle of a dark wizard who has enchanted it with treacherous monsters and obstacles. In the mysterious caverns below the castle, your odyssey continues against the awesome forces that oppose your efforts to reach the Dragon's Lair. Lead on, adventurer. Your quest awaits.
All right. So that was pretty cool. I do like the little trailer that they released here. It is a 1/6 size play scale replica. So very, very small. We're going to go ahead and take a look at their actual website right here. So the price is going to be $119.99. Reason why I am doing a video on this is because next week they're going to go ahead and put it into full-on production so that they can send it out to people. We're also going to go over what you can expect to be in the box because they showed a couple pictures of that off too, which I really think is cool. So we're looking at what you have here. 6-scale arcade machines, fully playable using the original controls, run the original game ROMs, and official licensed by the original manufacturers. So yes, these are officially licensed machines. Small machines, but they are still meant to play and not just sit on a shelf and collect dust, which many people will do that with. Size for collectors, you can buy their entire collection because they do have more coming out on top of this particular game, Tempest and Street Fighter 2. You got the original Dragon's Lair game running on Daphne Laserdisc emulator. Fully functional secondary scoreboard displays player scores, lives, and credits. So that was that little thing we saw at the very top right here. So it can actually, you can actually keep track of player 1, player 2 score, which I don't think I've really seen any others do that. So that's something that's really going to be a pretty good selling point for people right here. Solid wood cabinet construction, miniature control panel. It features replica joystick and action buttons. It's got different dip switches and cabinet settings, and it's going to have a die-cast metal coin door. Most of the ones you're going to see that are out there that are replicas, they're just kind of plastic, or they're just kind of a sticker more than anything else. So they're really not going to be exactly what people would expect. Now, the one thing I thought was kind of cool is they are going to have a lit up marquee at the very top of the machine, which that's something I wouldn't really expect for something as small as this. It's going to have a multi-speaker audio reproduction with volume control. So it's going to actually have 2 speakers, one for your left and right channels, even though it is small. It's going to have 3M vinyl overlays for their cabinet art, so that's going to be really nice. It is going to have a rechargeable battery, so I think that's also really cool. From what I read, it's supposed to be up to a 2-hour battery. They show that arcade accurate 6-scale replica Dragon's Lair arcade machine, retail packaging, charge cable, mini arcade tokens. Yes, they're like little itty bitty things, which are going to be very easy to lose. So you'll either want to keep them in the box or put them in a baggie or something. And the owner's manual. So the thing that I like about this is that they're trying to go full authentic arcade in just a 1-foot size. So when I look up here, this is going to be the official packaging that it is going to be sent in. And they weren't really kidding when it came to what this is going to look like. So you got your really nice Dragon's Lair box here. Obviously you have your machine. I'm assuming the box has an insert like what this is. So it's going to be probably like a box in a box. They have your the replica user manual. So it's going to look kind of like your old manuals would. It actually has a Daphne kickplate decal. So got to save your princess if you're not familiar with these kind of games. Have your charge cable. See those little itty bitty guys? Those are your mini coins. Now, do you have to use the coins to play? Not necessarily. From what I understand from some of their games, is you can just basically press those little buttons right there, and it will give you credits to play. This is actually really cool because it does come with a little mini laser disc with a remote. I'm guessing that's just for looks more than anything else. I seriously doubt it's going to play at all, but it would be kind of cool if it did do anything, like you put the little laser disc in there and then you put it in the back of the machine. I think it would be a heck of a lot more than $120 in this case. So, New Wave Toys, really cool company. If you haven't checked them out, check their website out because they have a lot of really cool stuff. You can actually get a USB charge machine, so it looks like, or a USB charge, it's a change machine. So something that you would find at an old school arcade, just to make it look cool. So that's one thing that you could look at. They even got what looks like a little mini cassette player, which is actually a battery bank. It's a power bank, so you can recharge your phone and things like that too. So if you really want to go full on retro, that's what you can get from there. Also, they have free shipping if you put in a specific code over 100. Over 100, I guess, is what they're supposed to be. They have a little carpet that you can get here, so you can make a little carpet that can go underneath your little mini arcade machine as well. See, these are some of the games you could be looking at. Like I mentioned, you have Tempest X Replicade, you have Street Fighter II Champion Edition, the X Replicade Edition as well. Just regular Dragon's Lair. It's not necessarily Dragon's Lair X, but that's what it kind of looked like. They have a little mini fight stick you can get that will plug straight into Street Fighter II Champion Edition, so you can play 2 players. And you got a couple other little pins, and you got a keychain from here as well. So you can see some of the games that they have here. From what I understand, they do have a centipede as well as your Tempest, your Street Fighter 2. I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head. If any of you guys know, because I'm not quite as familiar with some of the arcade art out there, drop a little note below and let me know what you think it is. I mean, it could be Space Invaders. I'm not sure. But that's going to do it for the video today, guys. I really hope that you guys are getting a little bit hyped up about this, because Dragon's Lair was a great game that has been around for almost 40 years. You're looking at 37 years this year. And for a game that's been out for so long and the art style and gameplay is still there, why not? Why not add it to your arcade collection? So I appreciate you guys sticking around for the entire video. I hope you guys do drop that like, do drop that subscribe so you can see my next videos that are coming out, which hopefully I should have some really good ones coming up. So check back with me later, guys. And as always, guys, game on.